What's up, fam? Today we're going to be talking about Mark 11. And to understand Mark 11, we need to know why Jesus is so angry with the people in his temple. Because in this passage, Jesus flips over tables of the moneylenders and drives them out of the temple. And in some passages, in some gospels, he actually makes a whip to drive them out. It's really important to understand that back in this time, the only way to become right with God would be to go to the temple and sacrifice the most pure animal in your possession. So as people would arrive at the temple, some of their best sacrifices, they would have some blemishes because they had to travel a long way and things just happened. And so these people set up shop with the perfect sacrifices to take advantage and sell those sacrifices to people to offer to God. Sacrifice was this act of God that he created in order to draw close to his people, and it got corrupted by a money grabbing scheme. Something that God had intended for his people's good had been corrupted by selfishness. What I love about this passage is that Jesus says to these money and sacrifice lenders in verse 17, he says this: "The scriptures declare my temple will be called a house of prayer for all nations, but you have turned it into a den of thieves." Jesus is saying, look, you've made it complicated for everyone to come to me, but I'm about to change that. Ultimately, Jesus dies on the cross to become the sacrifice for our sins, which is why we don't have to go to the temple and make literal sacrifices anymore. But the response that God asks for us is a sacrifice of the heart, our lives as a sacrifice. So in this passage, I love that Jesus isn't concerned about the quality of our sacrifice, but the willingness to give him a sacrifice that we can. So how are we offering up our lives to God today? Are we just doing it because it's a ritual, or are we actually longing for the living Jesus to be present in our lives in everything that we do? I want to encourage you guys to pray for a way for Jesus to become evident in the way that you live today, tomorrow, or the rest of the week. And then look for how God is trying to make that happen in your lives, because that is how we become living sacrifices for him every single day. Good luck. I hope things go super well for you. I can't wait to see you next time. Peace.